Okay, everybody, we're gonna straighten up because our guest is about to walk in the door in any minute. Oh, she's
Everybody
a
say, hey, Chicky. She's probably going to hate me for saying that. That's her nickname.
what's her nickname?
Chicky.
Chicky.
Yeah, she's going to hate me for telling you.
Oh, there she goes.
Hi, how are you? Hi.
Huh?
Hi.
Oh, you guys look like twins. This is crazy.
Yeah, we look similar.
We don't see it, though. Everybody
Yeah,
says
I don't
they didn't say
see. I don't think we look alike.
You're absolutely twins. I know, Kaya, you call her your best friend, but Sky, is that your best friend? Let me know.
Yes, my mom is my best friend.
Wow. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the Natasha Simona sequence. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, very nice to meet you too.
Just talking to your mom even before the show, just about, just mommy stuff and perseverance, and then listening to her stories. I'm sorry if I look a wreck, but you've got to know that you were destined to not only be here, like just in life, but doing everything that you're doing because your mom absolutely believed in you wholeheartedly. What does that feel like to have that kind of support?
That kind of support just means everything to me. Just knowing that my mom believed in me from day one and never gave up on me and saw the passion and saw what the vision was and just strive for it no matter what. So I'm very, very grateful for that. And without her, I wouldn't have accomplished a lot of things in my life. So I'm here now. I have a lot more to do and to grow, but the journey has definitely been a good one.
So you've been in the business since you can remember, like since you can, think back, like you can't remember necessarily a time where you weren't doing this. How did that weigh on you, just, building friends and going to school? And was there ever a time where you just said, Mom, I don't want to do this anymore?
Well, I went to regular school until about the fourth grade, I believe. So I had a little bit of a balance of being around kids my age. There was a certain point, like when I moved to LA, I did miss some of my friends and being able to see them every day, or just would miss like even the experience of going to a normal high school. I never got that opportunity, but I don't regret anything because I feel like I was presented with so many different opportunities and I lived my life in a different way as a child. So I never felt like it wasn't something I wanted to do, and it never felt like work to me. I felt like every time I would go to work, it was just another day I was getting to do what I love. So I never felt any pressure by it.
Was there ever a role that you were up for that you really, really wanted? Now, a lot of your supporters know you as Youre, but transitioning from that, was there a role that you really wanted? And you're like, Mom, I really want that, and you didn't get it. How did you combat that?
I would say
I want to see if she says the same thing I remember.
if you're gonna if we're talking about when I was younger, are you talking about the Eddie Murphy one?
I know that's the first one I went in my brain.
Yeah.
I mean,
there was I forgot what was the movie called?
Imagine that.
Imagine that. Yeah. So I was very, very young. I don't think I could read at this time. So my mom would help me like study my lines, memorize everything. I went in there. Was it a callback? I think it was.
You had 3 or 4. It was between you and Youre Shahidi.
Yeah, it was between me and Youre, which I know her now. But at the time I didn't know her. So I went in there. I was like, this is a role that I really want. I want to say the pages of sides are like 10 pages or more that I had to memorize somehow, not knowing how to read. I thought I was going to get it. It was like my dream role at the time. I didn't get it. It let me down. But I was always taught to, if something is meant for you, you'll always have it. So I just kind of moved on to the next thing. But if we're talking about a role that was more recent that I auditioned for, I would say probably like the Black Panther. I auditioned for that and they liked me. I'm just so tiny, so I didn't fit for that role in particular. But I never take anything to heart and just know whatever I'm going to be blessed with, I'm always going to be blessed with.
That's a message right there. Now I say you're only 20 because I'm much older. Hold on, I'm not that much older than you, but I could be your mom could be my mom. I'm kidding. No, but you're very mature. You're only 20, but you are 20. You're very mature. You grew up in it's a cutthroat industry. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know so many. When my kids are probably watching in their rooms right now. When I told them, I said, yeah, my friend Kaya Cole and her daughter Skai, and they're like, Skai Jackson? Like Zuri is gonna be on your show. Oh my God! So I'm probably embarrassing them, right?
When I say hello.
Oh, hello. Can you say hi to AJ and Amir?
Hi, AJ and Amir. It's Sky.
So when you go out in public, do people refer to you as Zuri? Because that's like, that's the big role for you.
They mainly did when I was younger. They would call me Zuri, and sometimes that would bother me because I was like, my name is Sky, but then I don't fault them for that because that's what I'm really known for, or was at the time. But now that I'm 20 and I've gotten older, people refer to me as Sky, and people, if they do call me Zuri, I don't get upset by it though.
So Kaya, here's your daughter. This is a grown-up. Like, this is not a baby. This is not someone that you like. She's going out. She's hanging out with, friends. What is this moment like? Just even seeing her here, just talking about herself. I know you've seen her do this a million times at this point, but what does it mean to you to see her just independent and growing as a young woman in front of your eyes?
It's nice. Look, as a mom, number one, there's always some worry, concern, especially because, she has a good balance of friends. Some are in the business, some are not. And then, of course, when she's out, like without me, which now it's like most of the time besides the gym, I always have to remind her. You get what I'm saying? Like, yes, you're still a young lady. Like, she's out of the teen because she's 20 now. But even when she was in her teens, I'm like, you gotta like just be careful out in the streets. You get what I'm saying? Like, so anytime she leaves the house, I always have a concern or worry. Because bottom line is teens are going to be teens. Look, we remember how we were as teenagers. We were getting into things. You know what I'm saying? But I always tell her, like, if something goes down, you got to be prepared that if you're involved, say something goes down, and if it's not your fault, the finger's going to be pointed at you first.
Right.
Just because of, oh, that's Skye. You know what I mean? You're a name. So, yeah, but yeah. Yeah, like she makes pretty good decisions. Like, I don't have to worry as much. She's driving now, so now that's another thing. So when she drives her car, of course, like,
oh my God,
so it's not so much that I worry about how she drives. Of course, it's the other drivers. Like the LA drivers are crazy. So
right.
But she makes pretty good decisions, and Skye doesn't hang out a lot. Like, look, I'm always trying to go get out, like go do something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Skye's. Like, she's not that girl. She doesn't care to have birthday parties. Her 21st birthday's coming up. I'm like, don't you want to have a party?
Skye, what are your plans?
Maybe I'll just go on like a quick vacation with my friends, but I don't think I ever really want to have a birthday party. I don't like attention on me as much. Like, that's just not my thing. Maybe one day, but definitely not a birthday party. That's not in the plans for my 21st.
So is it safe to say that, I asked your mom, how being on lockdown and just really being shut out from everything, we all were. How was that moment for you?
That was a really nice moment for me because I'm a homebody anyway. So, I mean, of course it was unfortunate the whole pandemic was going on, but it was a great way for me to kind of readjust my life, realizing that I'm grateful for everything that I have, and just figuring out like different things that I want to do. So that was months and months and months of just downtime. So I was definitely
doing Dance with the Stars. Besides doing Dance with the Stars.
I know.
Yeah,
right, because that kind of like bled into into that. So
yeah.
How did that, like, how, I know that was because you started before, right? You started before the lockdown, and then you have to work through it. Or was the taping?
It was already lockdown, but it was not the tail end, but it was when things, the vaccine was already out, so things were getting a little bit better. It was still very hard because usually when they're doing Dancing with the Stars, you can go to each other's rooms, say hi to each other. It was none of that. So I was basically stuck in a room with my dance partner, who I loved. His name is Alan, for like 4 hours a day. And I had no days off. So Monday through Monday, I was going in every single day to train. It was tiring. It was a great experience. I know that I can push myself to a certain limit now that I never knew before.
You literally went all the way. Like, you talk about, like,
I know. I went all the way. It was a great experience, but during those last final weeks, like it was a lot. We were having to learn 2 dances. And again, like just the pressure of being in front of the judges as well was a little bit nerve-wracking too. So would I do it again? Probably not, but it was definitely something to remember for sure.
Kai, I think she's kind of walking somewhat in your footsteps with the dancing and
No,
like this
definitely
is
not.
Definitely not. Definitely
no.
No.
Me and my mom are completely opposite when it comes to, like, my mom is a very outgoing person. She can just jump on the dance floor and dance. I'm not like that. Like, I will sit in the corner and I'll just talk to someone the whole time. Like, I'm very reserved into myself. So we're very opposite in that way.
Wow.
Yeah, I just saw a comment real quick that said, "Oh, Sky, you're an introvert or you don't like attention, but you're an actress."
Mm-hmm.
Let me just explain that really quickly. Sky loves her craft,
Mm-hmm.
and Sky, if I don't want to speak for you, but
Mm-hmm.
you can correct me if I'm wrong. Sky loves what she does. It's a job. It's her job. Like, she loves to act, but it's a like, you can love your job and not like attention at the same time. I know it doesn't seem like it coincides, but yeah, she just loves it, and I think it's because that's all she knows.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like she doesn't care for the fame part. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
She likes the job, the craft, but she doesn't care for the fame.
Yeah, that's very true.
You're very, very humble.
Thank
You really are. Like, you seem like the girl next door. Like, if you were living somewhere, drop you anywhere in the country,
Mm-hmm.
people wouldn't even know of your fame. Like, obviously your face, you're
Right.
recognizable, but your humbleness is really it's sobering to not, you know, I have children in the business, not on your level, hello. But, you know, Kaya, this speaks to you as a mom and what you've instilled within her just from a baby being in this business. So
Yeah, let me tell you something. Sky knows, like, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I put her in at a young age. We always had talks because I never wanted to feel like pressure to have to stay in it.
Mm-hmm.
So there's been plenty of talks of, if you ever don't want to do this anymore, let me know. Because at this stage of my life, like, look, I gave up the managerial role. What was it, 3 years ago?
oh, you you just retired, hello?
yeah, like, yeah. And yeah, like, first of all, I was forced to be on set with her because she was a minor.
Yeah.
So from the 9 months to 16, it was on set. I couldn't do anything else. That's where I was. And I had no one else to take my spot to cover for me. So soon as I was able to, like, kind of like escape it.
Right.
So we had to talk, and then she has a great team. I hired a great team of managers, 3 managers on her team, and then her brand manager and everybody else. So I'm still on the team, so to speak. I'm involved in every email, and there's not a decision that is made, like, without me and her talking about it. No matter what her team thinks, they'll always say, "You two, like, take the time."
Decision, yeah.
That decision is always ours. I forgot what my train of thought was, but yeah, like, we don't take any of this for granted. Again, nothing still is easy.
Right.
I've had people make comments like, "Oh, you guys have nothing to worry about." Yes. Financially, are we in a better place? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Has her career brought us opportunities that I would have never thought, like going to the White House with the Obamas? Would have never thought that would happen. I got to do my bucket list dream thing, was be on, what was it, Sky? Family Feud. I would have never thought I would do, like, there's things like we don't take for granted, but again, it's not easy.
Yeah. Can I ask you this? You know, Sky, you're a young woman. You're about to be 21. You know, you're able to do almost anything you want. I can't see you going crazy because your mama will get you back.
That's where I was going with it. Sorry.
When it comes to just dating, you know, friendship is one thing because, you know, that's hard in itself to see, you know, are people for me, who really wants to be my friend as Sky versus my industry friend. Does it make you nervous, like, stepping into that for both of you, Sky, Kaya as her mom and Sky, you know, like, do you even think about that?
I mean, yeah, it does make me a little bit nervous, but I don't really tend to think of it. Like, you know, I am growing up, and, you know, I'm not dating now, but, you know, I'm going to meet people in my life. But also too, going back to like the humble thing, like I just know who I am as a person. I'm always going to be humble. I never look at myself as more than someone else or more important. Like, we're all people at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So it's just all about living life and growing up and, you know.
And what do you think about, Mom? Like, seeing your baby girl, like she's at that age, you know, when you think about yourself at 20, of course, in a completely different light, like, how does it make you feel?
Yeah, like it's completely different. Like I said, at her age, I was out and about. I was in the clubs. I was dating, like somebody that we mentioned earlier. But yeah, like to look at her now, like honestly, there's things that she does now, like even just listening to her in interviews, even when she has to memorize lines, I'm like, I don't think I could have did that. Like, so it kind of balances out to where I was out, like I am, like she said, like I'm more like to the point. I still got that New York energy. Sky been lost that New York energy. I was so mad when she lost her accent. But yeah, like we balance each other out. Like there's certain things I'm learning from her, even at the age of 20,
Yeah.
And she's constantly learning from me.
Mm-hmm.
Even how to handle her business. I'm like, look, I'm not going to be here forever. Like actually, we were just out apartment shopping for her recently.
What?
Yeah.
Skye.
Yeah.
Skye, you're never. As a matter of fact, we're gonna. You can stay in your mom's closet. We're locking you in a closet. The closet is probably bigger than some people's houses. Okay. What's your dream role, Skye?
My dream role, I want to do something that's like really dramatic, and just very different from what anyone see me in. Or of course, too, like my second dream role has always been like in a horror film.
Are you serious?
Yes, because I love scary movies, and I always have. But again, like the more dramatic role is on the top of my list. But just because I know little me would be so excited if I did a horror film, that's also on my bucket list as well. So hopefully, fingers crossed.
And who's someone that you are like just on your bucket list to work with right now?
Probably like Tom Cruise. I like Tom Cruise, so I definitely would want to work with him. Who else would I want to work with? Brad Pitt, just because I know that's like my mom loves him. So
I was gonna say she's an old. This is like
pick anybody that I like.
no, but I'm saying that would just be really cool, and I do like Brad Pitt.
She's an old soul. This isn't.
Yeah, yes, definitely, and also too Leonardo DiCaprio. Always been like a fan of his as well. So all of them, I would love to work with them.
Well, is there anything that you're working on now that we could promote, that we can talk about, or?
Yeah, so I have 2 movies coming out hopefully this year. One is called Shiro, so that'll be out with Paramount, which I'm really excited for. I'm not going to talk too much about it because I don't know if they put the full details out about the movie yet. Mm-hmm. But it's very different from what anyone's seen me do. It's about 3 best friends going on a trip, and it kind of just goes crazy from there. That's all I'm going to say. And then the second movie that I did, it's called Man in the White Van. It's kind of like a thriller film, so I'm in that movie as well. Can't wait for you guys to see that.
You're inching towards this horror. So has it been, how has the road been transitioning from, a Disney star into, respect me as Skai Jackson, the actress?
Be honest.
Yeah, it's definitely been hard. Like it's not easy. You kind of have to work your way there just because people feel like maybe your acting abilities or because you were on the Disney Channel, like you just have to work harder. And it's sad, but you do. So it has not been easy at all. Another thing too, I do look younger. I am shorter. So like even if I do audition for something, and let's just say it's multiple people in a film, sometimes they want to match you up with the other actors. So if they cast 3 other people already and they're all 5'8", 6 feet, even though my acting abilities may be strong, you still have to match with, who you are in the film. So that's another thing I run across too. But it has not been easy at all, but we're getting there. So yes, I am getting closer to that. And then also too, I'm the face of Cacharel, their perfume line.
Hello?
Which is like a part of the whole L'Oreal team.
Okay,
so
put your wrist right here. Let me smell. Let me. Oh, that smells so
Right?
good. It's heavenly.
So
Wow.
that's been really exciting. I started working with them late 2022, and I'm gonna be working with them for a while. So it's really exciting, and it's been a great journey. I've gotten to go to Paris, which was on my bucket list. I did a whole campaign shoot with them in New Mexico, and we just have so many things coming out for this year. So I'm definitely doing a lot, and then also just writing my own projects and wanting to develop on my own and working with the writer and hopefully pitching something out this year as well. So definitely things are being worked on.
Kai, I combined your names. There we go. Sky, you said you're working on your own projects. You're a whole author.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, we wrote a book.
Yes,
you have a book, Reach for the Sky, Skai, How to Inspire, Empire, and Clap Back.
Yes. Yes, of course.
Now, let me ask you this. Now I know your mom in real life.
Mm-hmm.
We're just gonna leave it there. She is the queen of clapbacks.
Yes, she most definitely is. She definitely says what she has to say. That's all I'm gonna say.
So did she help you? Did she help you for that portion of the book?
Yeah, she most definitely did. That was like a really big chapter in the book too, and what people wanted to know more about. So my mom played a huge role in that as well. So most definitely.
And where can we find your book?
You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Target. You can get it at Barnes and Nobles. All you gotta do is just Google it and it'll pop right up. But I just say Amazon because everyone uses Amazon.
Well, everybody, listen. It's the top of the year. We're adding books to our list, so please make sure you add "Reach for the Sky" Skai, How to Inspire, Empire, and Clap Back.
Yes.
I know a lot of your supporters are in here, but for those of you that weren't already following Sky, I'm not sure what you're waiting for, but click that follow button. Sky, it's a pleasure to have you here. You are my back office girl says Sky is so poised. Your back office girl is quite impressed. So
thank you.
I'm blown away, but after talking to your mom, I can't say that I'm surprised, but you're really a delight. You are definitely an inspiration to your peers, and I want you to come back anytime you have anything so we can promote you, because I will not stop.
Yes, and thank you so much for having me. This is really fun. Usually I don't do interviews. Like interviews are just I don't. I'm a very, like we were saying before, I do my role, my job, but I'm a very introverted person. So I like, even for me, like filming a YouTube video could be hard because that's just not me. Like answering questions or doing things like that is just, I don't do it all the time.
Wow. And I have one more message here. My executive producer, his name is Rick Hardy. He has a daughter named Zion, and he says Zion loved Zuri on Jesse. So
thank you, Zion.
Yeah, you're definitely I'm honored, and I want to say thank you. I know this is out of your comfort zone, so thank you so much.
Oh, really quick before you go, Lisa asked you, Sky, do you plan on going to college? You can answer that.
I'm already in college. I've been in college for 2 years, but I do it online.
Hello?
Yes, I do all online classes. I'm majoring in business management. I'm learning about entrepreneurship, all of that. So that's definitely been another thing that I've had to balance as well. Going to college, I always wanted to like be, in a campus and in a dorm, but I'm just so busy I couldn't. So at least I still kind of get the college experience, and it'll be really nice because for high school, I didn't get to have a real graduation because of COVID. So with this graduation, I'll be able to walk and do all of those things that I wasn't able to do. But yeah, I've been in college for 2 years already.
I'm just gonna let you know, Auntie Tasha over here. Please don't call me Auntie Tasha ever. But
that's how I
don't do me like that. But I'm gonna come to your graduation. I'm gonna be loud and proud. We're gonna have a prom for you or something.
Yes.
We're gonna make up for missed time.
We are gonna make up for missed time. I was gonna go to prom. Like that was another thing too. I was just like, I don't know if that's something I want to do. Go to prom. I was, but then it got canceled.
Lisa said you are her daughter-in-law.
Lisa.
Oh. Lisa, she has a son. Isn't her son Sky's age?
A little bit old. I think maybe 3 years older. Something like that.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
So,
But
okay.
but yeah, I don't know if I would do like a prom, but definitely
All right,
graduation.
we're gonna have a party. All right, fine, because you're gonna be over
We
21.
can do that.
We gonna have a party.
We can do that.
Well, Sky, I appreciate you. Happy New Year, first of all. We, you and your mom are the first guests on my show for the new year, so I want to thank you. This is a special treat. I hope this year is literally it just blows your mind in positivity and everything that you've ever dreamed of. Before you go, what's your favorite color?
My favorite color? My
Yes.
favorite color is red. That's
Okay.
like my favorite popular color, but I like black. I like neutrals too. So red or black.
Red or black. Okay, everybody in the chat. Tasha Troops, you know what to do. Everybody that's new to the show, I want you to fill up this chat right now with red and black hearts for Skai Jackson. We got to show her big love before she walks out of here. Sky, I thank you again. This is going to be your best year yet.
Thank you.
I'm glad Auntie Tasha's part of your life. Just don't call me Auntie, please.
I will not call you Auntie.
And everybody, like, who's following Skye's followers in here, and I know a lot of you are young, but tell your mamas, your daddies, your aunts, your cousins to follow Tosh.
Oh,
Tosh deserves everything coming to her. Follow Tosh, y'all.
thank you. Thank you so much. Kai, you don't go nowhere. You stay right there. We hold it. But Sky, I appreciate you. I know you're like, and by the way, today is World Introvert Day. So
yeah. Day for me.
That is you. So there goes the hearts rolling in. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you so much for being here. I'll talk to you later.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Chicky.
Shout out to the room. Where's my ear horns? Shout out to the entire room. That was something else. Wasn't that good? Shout out to Kaya Cole and Skai Jackson. Shout out to all my Tasha troops in the building. And everybody that's new, I appreciate you. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.